Alright you guys, what's going on? And welcome back to the channel. I was gonna put off doing the first start until tomorrow, but I want to hear it. I still don't have the lower thermostat housing, so this is gonna be a quick first start of like maybe, I don't know, 15-20 seconds of just hearing it go. Just because I'm impatient. Like I said, there's no coolant in the car right now. There's power steering fluid and oil, which should be good. In the last video you guys saw that I got the spark plugs wired up, intake manifold on, everything like that. So we're Melanie and I, both of us are gonna go through and do a quick once through of the engine, make sure there's nothing like that shouldn't be there that's there. And you were gonna do this stuff. Hang on, let me get the hood light put on the car. Are you as nervous as I am?
No.
Don't trust that tripod. Two hands.
You are the one that saw me grab it like
don't
this.
Don't trust that tripod. Hold it right there. What if it doesn't work?
What if it does?
What if it doesn't?
But what if it does?
What if it doesn't?
Let me stand out of the way.
No, I need you to watch to make sure nothing nothing does something it's not
okay,
supposed to.
if I scream.
Melanie, are you nervous?
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, no.
Is that happening?
It's making like a clicking noise.
It's normal.
And a whooshing noise.
Are you ready? My heart is legit pounding. Are you ready?
Yep.
What if it doesn't work?
It's gonna work.
Oh. I'm gonna prime it one more time. My heart is like jumping up my chest. In the event of emergency, I need you to come back here and push that red button.
Okay, so holding my coffee and your camera, you want me to run? Find a good home for you. Don't move, I'll be back.
Coming out.
It's making noise.
Starter's not taking over. Why? Why isn't the starter taking over?
What?
The starter switch came off the starter. It might help if I have the starter switch on the starter.
Where's the fire extinguisher?
I don't know. Do you want to go grab that though?
Yeah, but where is it?
I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna try it. You ready? 1, 2, 3. He wants it. Come on, Daddy-o. I know what the problem is.
What?
I need to move the power switch for the Haltech. The ECU's turning off when I try to start it. Okay, so the reason the car didn't start there or try to start is because the ECM kept turning off. Something that I didn't do that I totally spaced on was moving the switch 12 volt source for the Haltech. So I am going to run a jumper right now from the pink wire up to the starter switch because that gets constant 12 volts as the car is trying to start and turn over because the ECM kept turning off, so it's not going to tell the engine what to do to turn on. So let me run through there real quick. I'm going to move this wire. It's just going to be like that and it'll be done. Alright, so we finally got it sorted. We finally found the wire. It was on connector B135 and I had actually went through and labeled all of these connectors last time that I cut the harness out, and I don't know why I didn't just look. Melanie and I spent like an hour and a half looking at wiring diagrams. Shout out to Melanie for being the champ. However, connector B135, it's a green wire with like a red stripe on it. It's this guy right here. It's the ignition switch wire. For some reason, I was trying to go off the push button start to try to find it on the push button start. Wasn't there. Just went to the ECM, found it. It's got, I haven't verified if it still has 12 volts when cranking, so we're gonna find that out here in a minute. I guess moment of truth again. I guess I'm a little less nervous now. It's like 10 p.m. so screw the neighbors. They're gonna hear a very loud car for a minute. If it starts. That's the big question here. If it starts. And Matt's home now, so Matt can do a quick prayer. The prayer seems to be good luck every time Matt does it, so let's get a prayer in from Mr. Matthias and then try to start this thing once again. Remember, there's no coolant in the car right now, but I still don't have the lower coolant piece, so 15 to 20 seconds is what we're looking at to like let it run. It's gonna be loud. Okay, we actually have a Matthias here this time, so we can actually get a prayer, because the prayers seem to be good luck every time that we do this.
Are they really though?
Gimme the prayer.
can't put me on the spot like this.
Come on, man.
I gotta think up a new one every time.
No, just use the same one, but replace EJ with EG.
Give me a minute.
What do you mean?
Let me smoke.
No.
There's a lot on my shoulders.
Matt, we waited 18 months
There's
to
a
start
lot
this.
on my shoulders for this.
Don't you dare. Actually, no, here. Here's a fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher.
Is that it? Is that where we're
Well,
going?
then I need the water to fling on it.
Don't throw water at that.
Bless us, oh super powerful EG33, with insanity and way more power than we're ready for.
Let me take the battery tender off the battery.
I'm fucking scared.
Should I stand by the button?
Yours? Yeah, you want to stand by the button? I'm
fucking scared.
Safe word will be pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple.
If you hear me yell pineapple juice, you push that button, alright?
Okay.
I haven't touched anything or looked up. Oh, this is scary. That's scary close, Tanner. I don't like that at all.
Do it.
Okay, don't start it yet. You'll cut my fingers off. Should I stand back? I mean, yeah, okay.
I don't know, something happened and the EC is really fucking pissed off right now, though.
Why?
I don't know, it says air temp is negative 460 degrees. Ugh. Let me make sure the injection is on.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, come on, daddy-o.
It wants to.
Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Turn on a fan.
Dang, dude. You're a wizard.
I feel like I am tuner.
You are a lizard.
I think it's under engine protection. Is it under engine protection? Because that would make sense, wouldn't it? It's very... Disable injectors! There we go. Now they're enabled.
Okay, what section is that under so we remember?
Fuel system, engine configuration. All right, let's try this again. Melanie, if you see the laptop start talking to it. No wonder it wasn't starting.
Right, gents, I think it's a moment of truth right now. Tanner figured some stuff out. Let's try this again.
All right, you guys, well, this has gone about as expected. I'm gonna come back out in the morning, keep troubleshooting. We're not getting any spark. We think we smell fuel. I think I smell fuel. Do you smell fuel?
Kind of.
We kind of smell fuel. We know we're getting air. We have air, which is good. One thing I noticed is on the dwell time for the ignition coils, they're sitting at 5.5 milliseconds. The paper says they should be at 4.5, but I don't know how to change that, so I don't know. It's like 11:30 right now. We're calling it at night. I'll come back out in the morning, keep trying to troubleshoot this. Okay, now there are 3 things that make a car run. That's fuel, air, spark. We smell fuel, so we're pretty confident that we're getting fuel. We know we're getting air. Spark is the issue right now. I let the battery charge overnight, and we're gonna try turning it over and try turning it on. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the wiring on the spark plugs or the coil packs is a little off. The way that I wired them was a little bit different than how the diagram showed. Instead of using a signal ground, I ground it to the cylinder head, so I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. And the spark plug leads that I have, I think, are pretty trash, so let's try starting it again. We'll see if we can at least get it to fire on. If we can, brilliant. If not, manifold comes back off, everything comes back off, and we start rewiring. I know you want to start. I know you want to. I can hear it. I can smell it. The good news is we are getting RPM signal, so the car is reading RPM. We know it's getting air. We can smell the fuel, so we're pretty confident it's getting fuel. It's just this. It's not getting spark. Well, not that, but the coil packs are down there. It's just not getting spark for some reason. Oh my gosh. All right, let's just start rewiring this stuff. We'll see what we can make happen. I wasn't happy with the way that I wired all this anyway, so let's just get down to it, daddy-o. Yeah, so I think I found what the problem is. None of the coil pack leads are actually getting switched 12 volt power when they're told to. So I'm looking at the diagram up there right now. this wire on the far right here should be supplying 12 volts. So this wire all the way on the right should be supplying a switch 12 volt. Whenever I stick the probe in there, yeah, I'm not getting shit. I ain't getting anything at all. Zeroes out to 0 volts. So that means somewhere back up in here in the harness, the switch 12 volt power for the coil packs isn't giving the coil packs 12 volts. So I'm literally just gonna take I'm gonna cut it all out and we're gonna do it again. And we're gonna do it right. I'm gonna de-loom part of this harness here. It's gonna suck. It's probably gonna take me all day, but if it means being able to start the car potentially tonight, let's go for it. Okay, if this is a longer video, so be it. I found the problem. So we were not getting 12 volts to the coil packs. Pulled out the voltmeter or multimeter, measured it up, no voltage. Went in after I pulled out, I've already stripped the wire harness as you guys saw. I still wasn't getting 12 volts at the power source. So I was like, all right, what's going on? If it's not getting 12 volts at the power source, it's gotta be in the fuse box. Pulled the fuse for ignition was popped, it was destroyed, it was demolished. So that's probably a result of the wiring or how I had it wired. The grounds probably were not sufficient enough. So what I'm gonna do right now, this is gonna suck. Like when I say this is gonna be an all day thing, this is going to be an all day thing trying to get this going again. So I need to pull 2 signal wires out from the extra wire bundle that I have shoved into the cabin of the car, push those through the firewall. I'm just gonna loom them up to the outside of my current loom, run them up into the engine bay. One signal wire is going to tree off to 3 of the coil packs. Another one's going to tree off to 3 more of them. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to run this through my mind. Because all the coil packs need a signal ground, a cylinder head ground, and a battery ground. And the way I had it before is I lumped the signal ground and the cylinder head ground together. Obviously didn't work. So now it's literally a full day of wiring. So let me push through these other 2 signal grounds, get them up to where we currently are in the engine bay with all this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and tee off the power source while I have it already right there, so that way after I get those signal grounds up, I can loom back up that portion of the harness. This sucks. Wiring's not fun, but you know what? I'm glad that I'm tearing it apart and doing it the right way this time versus trying to cobble it together like I had it before. All of these connectors, I'm gonna try to avoid buying new ones because it's like $100 for new ones, and I think I can just use those as pigtails, so let's start wiring. So I just went through and I got the ignition wire permanently wired up and everything else in here buttoned back up. There is the main fuse box that I still need to mount up down here, but I'm not going to stress that right now. On top of that, I also was able to fish through both of these signal grounds that I need for these coil packs. I did not run these last time, and I have a feeling this is why we were popping the fuse and the ignition system just wasn't working. So I'm going to do this a little backwards this time. These need to go to the coil pack, so I know I can run these up the wire harness right here and I'll just tape them up. They'll be totally fine. On top of that, I'm going to run these backwards from where I want them. So I need to find a way to ground out the coil packs on the cylinder heads. So on this side, it's gonna be a little bit of a tight fit trying to find a spot. On the driver's side, it'll be a little bit easier. There's a 10mm nut right down there that I can go to ground them out. It's just figuring out the best way to route these so that way we're not popping fuses and that way our ignition system actually works. Our 12-volt source right here, I need to splice off into a Y. So let me get down to wiring. I'm gonna start with getting these guys where they need to go, and then we'll get that 12-volt switched out. So when I said this would probably take me all day, I definitely meant it. It is dark outside. It is about 6 p.m. right now. We started at about 11 o'clock today. I've got 3 done. I've got cylinders 6, 3, 5, no, 5, 3. What fucking cylinders did I just do? But oh my god, I've got 5, 3, and 1 done over here. I'm a lot happier with this. It still doesn't look the best, but I am definitely a lot happier because all the grounds actually run down there, ground out to the cylinder head, ground out to the cylinder head, ground out to the battery, and now have a signal ground. So I still have this side to do right here. I'm just not even gonna waste time. Let's just knock out these other coil packs so that way we can get this started. I am assuming I'll probably wrap up wiring around 8. Matt gets home around 9:30. Matt wanted to watch it start for the first time, so let's try to get this thing knocked out. All right, you guys, Matt's now home, so now I can attempt to start it. In case it does start, Matt won't poop on my hood like he was talking about. So as you guys saw, I spent all day, I tore the harness completely apart. I rewired all of the ignition coils. I have a feeling that the grounds on the ignition coils weren't sufficient enough, and it was backfeeding power back through the 12-volt source, and that's what kept popping the ignition fuse. Ignition fuse is now replaced. I only have 1, so I'm really hoping this 1 does the job. We have all the sufficient grounds. We now have signal ground. We have battery ground, and we have cylinder head ground on everything. So there isn't a reason that it shouldn't start. While I had the harness torn apart, I also checked voltage to the injectors. All the injectors are getting voltage and signal, so let's just try this again. Let's just try to start it up. Remember, there's no coolant in the car, so we got like maybe 20 seconds of running if it starts. Don't trust that tripod, hold it up higher.
Yeah, Matt, seriously.
Is this the... Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Please do. Run me the fuck over. Just eat shit into the garage. Get smashed in between Mittens and Chewy.
Come on, baby.
Dude, that compression sounds fucking insane. Because we didn't do this start dance.
The start dance? We did that yesterday.
There's nothing I want more than this damn car to start. What the fuck was that?
Did you just do something, Tanner?
No.
Something just like popped.
What was it?
I don't know, it was a loud pop.
Was it a good pop or a bad pop?
It was like a...
It was like an electricity pop.
If you picture like, if you took a piece of spaghetti...
Yeah.
And had like metal underneath the spaghetti and then broke the one piece of spaghetti over the metal.
Yeah, so the boot, was it the boot that just caught on fire?
No, it looks like your... No, dude, that's your... What the fuck?
What just started smoking?
That's your coil pack, man.
The coil pack started smoking?
Coil pack is smoking. It's still cooking.
Okay, keep that fire extinguisher ready. I hit the kill switch on
Look at the coil pack. It like blew up.
The coil pack blew up?
Look right here.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
We'll get that pulled off the car in a minute. I hit the kill switch on the... Why did the coil pack just blow up? Like the coil pack legit just blew up. What? Oh, it's a good thing we got a kill switch. Why did the coil pack just blow up? Why'd the coil pack just blow up? Dude, it legit just like itself out, like all that white stuff. I don't want to build a race car anymore, Matt.
Yo, why did this just happen?
I don't know why that just happened.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm looking at there, right? That's all melted.
Yeah, that coil pack legit just melted itself. So Matt and I were just sitting in the car looking at the laptop, and then we heard like a sizzle, kind of like bacon. We looked up through the windshield and we just saw smoke. And then if you guys look right down there on that coil pack, it like pooped itself out. Like, how does that even happen? How does that even happen?
Dude, I thought we were hearing fuel.
Here, we're gonna pop the manifold off real quick and take a look at what just happened. It's not hot anymore, but the coil pack. Oh, dude, that thing's warm as shit. Ah, touch that. It's only that one.
Well, yeah, dude, this one. That's hot as shit.
Yeah, this one's hot as dude. It literally pooped itself.
Yeah.
It got so excited and so.
I mean, if you look at it from the front, it's actually like.
Yeah, it's like it almost exploded.
Right here.
Yeah, I think if it would have stayed, it would have exploded. What the hell happened? I have all of these wired the exact way that Haltech says to wire them. This is exactly how every single connector is. I just double checked and looked at them all. I don't know why cylinder 5 pretty much just so as Matt and I were running out of the car, Matt runs over and he goes and gets the fire extinguisher and he's sitting there trying to pull off the lid to it. I ran to the back of the car, hit the kill switch. Did you break it?
No, can I just say, if you guys are gonna have a fire extinguisher on hand, know how to use it.
Yeah, I also have a better one than this.
I don't think that's that bad. It's a kitchen fire extinguisher.
We need one for.
You know how bad like oil fires are?
We need one for electrical. We should probably have a fire extinguisher made for electrical.
And that
Here, you can have that back.
I don't think you can really put out an electrical fire.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here, you guys. I tried to start the car. If that's any consolation, we caught the car on fire. If that shows my dedication to trying to start it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send a couple pictures over to Haltech, see what they have to say about the coil pack. And I guess we'll go from there. Maybe I just save up and do the coil unplug setup like we originally intended and just throw all of these coil packs away. I don't know if I really want to use them after seeing that one catch on fire and almost explode. So I wanted to give you guys an update from last night because we found out a little bit more information. So last night at like 1 a.m. I was like, all right, what could possibly be causing all of this? And I came back out here, I put the car in accessory mode, and for some reason the ignition output, not the constant 12 volt source, but the ignition output that controls voltage to the coil pack is consistent at 12 volts on only cylinder 5, which would cause coil packs to ignite, catch on fire, and blow up. And well, we don't want that because we just had one fire last night. It was a fire. Like, I did not do a good job of being able to capture it because Matt and I were both inside the car on the laptop with the camera set aside. And obviously, if there's a fire, you're going to run to put out the fire before anything else. So, from what I've gathered from talking to Haltech, they want me to send the ECU to them for diagnostic and repair because something clearly isn't right on that one ignition output. And I can't mix and match ignition outputs because if the car is set up for a 6-cylinder like it is in the ECU, I can't take an ignition output for like a cylinder 8, that would be for an 8-cylinder, and use it for cylinder 5. It just doesn't work that way in the programming. But let me show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. So right now I've got the car in accessory mode, so it should be sending 12 volts to this guy. Now it should only be sending 12 volts. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed, you guys. We are getting 12 volts on the constant power source. That's good. But if I come over here and I put this lead, if I can do this one-handed, if I put this lead on our ignition output here, which should be way easier to do right there, we're getting 12 volts on the ignition output for only cylinder 5. If I go to a different cylinder here, like here I have cylinder 3. This is so hard to do one-handed. As you guys can see, that's what every other cylinder is reading. 0.050. It's just cylinder 5 that is reading 12 volts. And we de-loomed the entire harness and there is nothing else. Like, everything is 100% wired properly with this. So I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop with what's going on, but it sounds like there's something wrong internally with the Haltech that's causing it to send 12 volts to cylinder 5. Even cylinder 6 is still reading as per normal, which is that 0.050 volts at rest. So I don't know why cylinder 5 is dwelling up to 12 volts and staying constant at 12 volts, but I'll keep you guys updated. But I just wanted to update the video with new information that I found since recording last night. So that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you like the video, you know what to do. The wheels for blue get dropped off today. We will get this ECU situation sorted and figured out, but that's all I got. Of course there's more problems. Why wouldn't there be, right? Why would something not go smooth? So, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed and you want to be one of these corners, no idea which one I'll put it in quite yet. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.